first before you get started. Is that the song for every episode going forward, or just because we're on here?
This is the first episode with the intro.
Okay.
And I thought I'd use an Arsonist song on it.
Oh, that better.
We'll get a licensing deal for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Ka-ching!
Use it.
Cool.
Use it. Use it.
I was pissing around today, and I thought, you know what? It's kind of cool. Let's try the intro thing with the countdown. We are officially live. Big night tonight, guys. Before we get to it, let me just show to my sponsors, as you see behind me, the Prairie Alchemist, 163 Rue, St. Malo. Great place to get some food here. If you're heading out there, especially this summer, you're heading out to St. Malo, head out to the Prairie Alchemist. And, of course, Chase Lowen, the boys at CDL, my yearly sponsor, CDL Architectural Cladding. If you're looking for work in the trades, hit these guys up. They're definitely looking for some help out there. Give them a call. Yearly sponsor. Unbelievable.
That's my boy, Kron.
We got a huge lineup tonight. I don't know where to get started.
Yeah.
We're going to go around the table. First,
I'll get started with one thing, actually, before we even get into it. I'd like to thank you guys at Pegcity Soundoff, because I had something just come to me in the mail. Something just finally came to me in the mail. Would you believe it? It's the jacket!
The green jacket!
The green jacket.
The green jacket finally arrived.
There you go.
I thought I was kidding. We got the G right on the sides here, so that's
amazing.
Episodes, you get yours. You totally don't get them at the Seasons of Tuxedo guest. No. This is Pegcity Soundoff specific. But yeah, we're here to talk about the other G, the G being Guitar Night. So
absolutely.
May 16th, West End Cultural Center. And we've got the guitar swingers in the chat here, and I'm going to give them a floor in just a second. But as the organizer and originator of this event, and a many-time appearer, which I just explained, horrible grammar, that's the other G that doesn't work. So May 16th, West End Cultural Center, 8 p.m., I believe is the start time. That's irrelevant.
Yeah.
We got tickets. We got tickets right here. All these guys got tickets. They look like this. $15 in advance if you get them. We're working on getting them online. You get them 20 at the door. Bring your friends.
Oh, Joel's got some too.
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Joel's got some too. Yay.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone's got them. Jen's got them. Just reach out to anybody, man. It's in all ages. You can bring your friends, your family, whoever. Ronnie Ladderwood's going to be on. Ledwin's going to be on. Ashley Arsonist, of course, going to be on. And also, congratulations to the winners of this year's TJ's Gift Foundation Battle of the Bands, the Omniscient Society. They are going to be opening the show. We're giving those kids a shot. You know, we got some people that have been involved with TJ's Gift before in there. We all thought it was a great idea, and you know, just what the hell, we'll bounce that off. It's going to be a solid night. You don't want to miss it. And
hey, Ronnie and Zen, I got some bad news for you about the Omniscient Society. They're going to give us a run for our money. Those kids are fucking nuts.
Yeah,
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
It was a good pick. It was a good pick. But anyway, who wants to start here?
Anyway, let's get to. I want to start off with the guy who's wearing a different jersey on every episode he's been on.
Oh yeah.
Repping the Sabres tonight after a win over the Bruins today.
Oh, you better believe it.
Unbelievable. Joe Carson, of course, of Ashley the Arsonist and
Yes.
Deadlight. We got Ronnie Ladderbrook, of course. We all know Ronnie from Ronnie Ladderbrook, and Zen Vincent from Ledwin. The newest guitar player to the scene, I would say, of the three folks here. And of course, Matt Darrah making his 999th appearance tonight.
And here's the many more. Here's the many more.
Right on, guys. So, guitar night coming up. Let's start with the bare bones of it, which I guess will, in a sense, go to you, Matt. Coming up with Guitar Night 3. Picking the bands to be involved. Tell me about who, like, how did you guys go about getting Ronnie and Ledwin in?
Well, first off, we had Ronnie on the very first one, so that I think that might have been the last show under the Electric, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And now he's got this project, which actually when he started up, he was asking me to be a part of, but you know, timeline got fucked up. Sorry for so many Sopranos references, but anyway, let's keep going. Guitar night. basically, I don't know. I just came up with the idea one time late 2023 with just get all the best guitar players on there because everyone's gonna love that, right?
Yeah.
Who isn't gonna come down for the evening of just back to back to back the most packed and popular shredders you can get all in one roof, and then you get them to jam at the end, doing something like that. I just thought it was a fantastic idea, just on my part. And that's essentially what I did. The first one was us, Ronnie, and then we had On the Fly joined, and that was at the Tap House first time around, and then we did it again last year, and then it was us. It was going to be Spectre. Some things transpired. J-Balls got injured, and so we brought On the Fly back on the bill. We also had Skyrate on there. Good jam that time. And I thought we would just circle back with Ronnie this time around. And the other difference being, besides we got these guys on here, and now we have the Omniscient Society, the whole thing with plugging the show with the TJ's Gift thing, which we'll probably be continually involved with in the future. I would say, well, the only other difference is we decided to upgrade the venue this time. I mean, that's a move that we're going to be making. I mean, we played the hell out of the Tap House last year, which is largely my fault. And now this time around, I'm like, okay, I don't think we're all in agreement. We're leveling up, cutting the shows down a bit, and just leveling up the demand. Because if you're doing the same thing again, nothing to show for it after a while, then what are you doing? You just got to keep moving up into the bigger rooms and making bigger moves and doing all this and that. So it's part of one thing that we're looking into this year, and we got a lot of things going on. But this is the next big thing, Guitar Night 3, moving it up, West End Cultural Center, all ages. Gonna be a good time, and God damn it, I've already got the next lineup tentatively thought of for next year, or if we choose to do it later in the year, because we got to keep booking them. But
yeah, exactly, right?
That's the thing.
Ronnie, you're back. You're back
Hello.
for round 2 of Guitar Night.
Hello. Yes. Very excited.
Ronnie, I saw you the other night at the Rec Room. You came in during Deadlight set, and
Yes.
and you said something really cool there, and it stuck with me. I know it was only a couple days ago, but it stuck with me. We were watching Deadlight play, and Joey, you were kind of just ripping up there, and Ronnie looked at me and said, "Man, when he shreds, it's just crazy." And and I thought, I'm watching, and I'm like, you two are people I would look up to as guitar players. And I got one of them praising the other, and I'm like, well, what the hell? This guy's amazing as it is. And he's like, oh no, but this guy is something else, right? And it was just like, holy crap, just so much respect between the two of you. And of course, Zen, you're very highly talked about as well with your guitar playing. You haven't even been playing that long, considering.
Well, considering how much younger I am than everyone here, I guess so.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think I've been playing guitar probably as long as Zen's been alive.
Yeah.
How about that?
Ronnie, you're back for round 2. How?
Yes, sir.
You're looking forward to this one, I'm sure. Tell me about these two guitar players. Tell me about Joe and Zen.
Well, yeah, I was gonna give them their flowers here. Joe, when I was saying that to you, we're literally watching 5 feet away Joe nail an April Wine solo note for fucking note. Yeah. Not only note for note, but with the tone and the feel and the vibrato and everything, just everything was just fucking on. And I was just blown. I was like, oh my God, it's absolutely insane to watch. Joe is easily one of my favorite guitar players in this whole country, man. Anytime I've gotten very, I don't want to say picky and choosy, but I just don't really have the time to do a ton of stuff anymore. So if anybody's ever hey, do you want to play for me or do you want to play on this project? I'll be like, I can't, but there's a guy in the city named Joe Carson. Go check him out because he'll blow you away. He destroys me as a guitar player. So I'm like, go ask him because he's hungry. He wants to play. Go ask him.
And then say no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then Zen, the first time I ever saw Zen play, I was blown away because you hear his vocals and you're like, oh my God, man, like it doesn't get any better than this. And then he shreds and he plays with feel and passion and just like precision, like his tone and everything. And I'm just like, to be that amazing at singing and playing, like these two guys inspire me a lot, is what I'm trying to say. I'm very glad to share a stage with them. So.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Zen, you know, Ledman kind of exploded on the scene. You know, you guys, my real first intro to you guys was probably that wonderful show that we played at the Royal Albert.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was fun. It was fun
Yeah.
for the bands.
Yeah, no, well, I mean,
we
I
didn't
don't
have
think there's
anyone
anything
there on
wrong
a
with
Thursday night. What's that?
good old bands watching band kind of gig. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
And that's how it kind of was. But
yeah, it's always a blast being able to talk to everyone there and just kind of be a part of where music is happening. So
yeah, exactly, right. And then after that, I mean, maybe the next time that we kind of ran into each other, it might have been Summerfest, and you guys came on. You guys played immediately after Ronnie, I believe.
Yeah, yes, we did.
Yeah.
That was a tough act to follow.
Yeah, sorry about that. I always thought about that leading into it. I'm like, well, Ronnie's going to kick it off and, you know, pour everyone after that. But you know, and then you just kind of exploded from there. You know, there was a lot of talk of Ledwin over a short period of time there, and then, you know, obviously where you're at now, you release your EP, which is just a hell of a sound, a huge sound, and you guys have a great fan base. I mean, you know, seen you a couple times over the last year as well, and yeah, you're doing good things, but you, sir. Ronnie nailed it vocally. I mean, you've been looked at so many times. I mean, you just did the 90s tribute thing, you were vocals. Joe was telling me about that Friday night too. We were talking about that, and you were praising Zen's vocals and just abilities, right? I mean, this is a great lineup that has been put together, and Zen, I just want to kind of say, like, you know, for such a young person who's still relatively new to the scene, you've definitely turned some heads. So, you know, congrats on that.
I appreciate it. You know, just being a part of music is just like for the love of the game. That's all it is for me. Like, you know, you could put me out there 7 days a week and I'd be in my element, happy. It's just what I enjoy doing. It's what I love doing, and especially like being a part of this event with all these other amazing bands. It's a pleasure to be a part of something as beautiful as live music, and especially with such a rich amount of great talent.
Yeah, for sure. And how about you know, I know we touched on it when we started, but how about these tickets? How sharp are these?
Yeah,
Matt designed those. Matt designed the ticket poster, and then I had my uncle print them out. Shout out to Unique Graphics out in Headingley. They did the tickets for us.
Notice the vertical version, I mistyped, misspelled Ledwin.
Ledwin?
Fixed it after, but it was already.
Oh,
Another version. There you go. Thomas, how you doing?
I wouldn't have noticed until you said it.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. But yeah, that's another thing. With those posters, this just shows the passion I have for this event. I don't screw around with the poster design. You can look.
No, they always go nuts.
2 and 3. It's always going to be crazy. It's always going to be crazy. And once we hit May, which is a week away, I don't know if anybody here wants to come with me on a mission. I'm planning on printing some posters off and slapping them up around town, around some venues, stuff like that. Nice. So, Joe, if you and I want to go out and
I'm down.
Put some stuff up, maybe we can do that.
Yeah, it's kind of the old fun of you know, doing the whole poster on the telephone pole.
Oh yeah, Power 97's got a few of these too. Just hit Ed up or two. Yeah, yep, and you could get a few. We gave him some when we were up there.
Yeah, right on. What's in store for May 16th? Set wise, are you all? Do you got something special planned? I know there's usually a jam in there, but
we do for sure have something special planned. We are recording our live album that night.
Yes, indeed. So I think I might have mentioned this before. So you got 2 EPs last year. The first EP the year before. This right here is the Ashley Arsonist Live EP. We're debating titles and how to do it, but this will be the last stopgap before we do a full album, which is next year's
Yes.
cap.
Yes.
So
we're well underway.
Yeah, we're getting the board mix from this show. We're going to make sure we're as on point as possible so we don't have to overdub that much and do that much work in post. So make it as live as you can. And yeah, that's 2026. It's the last time we're going to milk these songs you've been hearing for so long. After that, everything you hear after that is going to be new. And besides Six Cycle, you'll get a full version of that on the new record, like a fully plugged version. But in the meantime, keep listening to the Unignited version and keep voting it up the charts on Indigenous Music Countdown because we're this close to number one. Keep going.
What are you at right now? I've been
number 6.
You're at number 6 now?
We're at 6.
We woke up this morning to number 6. Yesterday morning to number 6.
That's
Good
awesome.
For you guys. Good for you guys. That's incredible. How about Ronnie? Ronnie, I heard a song you did at the Pyramid called "Money," I believe it was.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now, have we heard that song before?
We played it at Side Stage with Ledwin and Car 287 and Ditch,
Okay.
but like what you heard at the Pyramid, that video is kind of like the more solidified version of it.
Okay.
And that song is a banger. If I'm not building myself up too much here, like that's a really good one. We're excited to record that. We're gonna record that in the early winter. So
right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zen, Ledwin, you guys got a bunch of new stuff going on.
Yeah. I think as far as what's new and interesting for us this show is it's going to likely be our first set that we've ever done for a full length set that's only originals, because we had our 5 from the EP, and then just recently in late 2025 we recorded 3 new ones with Dale, and we've been working on a lot of new stuff recently, and we're going to be able to play a full 45 minutes of just originals, I believe.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
Looking forward to that. It's a good feeling.
Shout out to Dale because he did Unignited and Burn as well, and we certainly intend to keep working with him in the future.
Indeed. Wolf NFG. That guy rocks.
Yeah. Unreal, eh? Doing good things. Another great person. Actually, you know what? That's a great way to lead into my next thing. I want to talk to you guys about something that seems to be, something all guitarists strive for is a tone thing. Now, speaking of guitar tones, the first time I ever heard Dale, he had this crazy tone with Exomerda, and I was like, oh my God, I need to know how he's achieving this, right? And anyway, the three of you have such a great tone in your, with your playing. And is it something that is this something you guys chased? Is it something that you feel is still evolving? Do you feel you've got that tone where it's like, this is my sound?
Yes, I think that for myself, at least, it's been, I've been working towards this for like 10, 15 years, trying to dial in the tone. I used to play big Marshalls before and couldn't find something that felt right. And even like the guitar that I was playing, like I've never played a guitar that feels as good as that EVH 5150. That guitar and amp, so it's 2 5150s, but for me, that just makes my sound. And every time I grab it, it's kind of like getting into my nice warm bed, real comfortable in with that thing and that sound that I'm getting now.
Awesome.
That's epic. Yeah, for me, I don't. It sounds terrible, but I know nothing about gear or anything. So whatever I'm playing through, I just crank everything to 11, and I'm good. I'm good to go. I don't really know. All I've ever been told about tone is crank the mids, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What else gets in your case?
That's great. How about you, Zen?
I think that's pretty good advice there, Ronnie. It's funny for me. When I first started playing guitar, like in the band, having my own tone was like a big thing I was thinking about. And I had a big old pedal board, and I did all this research about it. After that, all my stuff got stolen, and I no longer had a pedal board. So now all my effects I run is just this little Boss M9 multi-digital effects pedal, and I get all my gain from my amp. But as far as like tone chasing goes, like I really think if you over obsess and over indulge in the idea of tone wood and like this distortion versus this distortion and all that, you get lost in the medium of what actually sounds different between all this stuff. And like some people might totally disagree, and that's okay. For me, like tone is I have my mids nice and high, and I just try and have sonically I want to be right in the middle of the mix. That's where guitar wants to sit, and try not to be too loaded up with gain, and just kind of do my thing. Kind of set it and forget it kind of player, I would say I am.
And I mean, as a singer too, you kind of have to not be stepping on pedals all the time.
Yeah, that's always a struggle, especially like doing tuning and stuff like that. Like, because sometimes we'll start songs and Brandon will be playing guitar and I'll be singing on the mic and like awkwardly trying to look down as I'm like holding my guitar. Yeah.
I'm finding that out in Deadlight now, being as a singer, trying to tune the guitar in between and just making sure that nothing's gone wrong.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's Joe. Yeah, sorry guys, I got to go off subject for a second. Actually, Matt too. You and Joe, I couldn't hear a fucking thing the other night.
Sorry,
no,
that was the loudest stage I have ever been on.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it was for the drummers, but that amp that I have, that's usually like tap house. It's usually between 3 and 4, but they had it at 7 there, so it was so loud behind me. But what
you got a little more room. You got a little more room. It's open surroundings. I mean, that certainly carries a lot more.
Yeah,
it was so loud in there.
Those drums are cracking nice and good.
Yeah,
I had to go ask Clint. I had to go ask Clint for a pair of earplugs, man. Like, and I never do that.
It was so loud. Our bass player's like, all I could hear was me. He's like, I couldn't hear Eric's vocals. I'm like, I kept walking over to Eric and our drummer walking by him because I was in just a wall of it just bouncing back and forth. And I was like, holy shit, man.
I remember having a similar experience last year at the Rhodes RFM.
That's right. You were there as well, yeah. Yeah. It was
fun though.
Fine. It was just like, I was just thinking about how freaking loud it was. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, tell me about this band, this Battle of the Bands that happened. Who's this band that's part of it?
The winner was the Omniscient Society. So TJ's Gift Foundation, which is hilariously where I met Ronnie. That was like, dude, when you realize that was like 13 years ago, like that really that ages us quite a bit. That I've known you for
That's
like
insane.
I've known you for almost
still walking the earth.
for 15 years. I've known you, but the TJ's Gift Battle of the Bands that we do every year. This year we had a wicked amount of bands sign up. It was like something like 20 or 30 bands that signed up for the way to do a runoff. And what was interesting is that all 5 of the judges in the pre-round, we had all the same bands for the top 7. There was no differences. We all had the same list when we all sent it in. Nobody communicated on it. We just sent in our list. There was all the same 7 bands. And I got to tell you that all these bands, their audition tapes were so good that we're like, there's no way this could get better. And then they get on stage and it is 20 times better than the tape they sent in. And it was like the margins for error were razor thin at the battle, and it ended up being that the Omniscient Society was the winner, and it was almost unanimous at that point that they were going to be the winner. And they are very exciting, bunch of great young guys, and two incredibly talented guitar players. I believe the one guitar player's name is Moran, and the other one is Christian. And they're both insane guitar players that are going to give me, Ronnie, and Zen all a run for our money.
Isn't it kind of
people on the stage though? So
isn't it kind of crazy? Like, there's some really good young musicians coming up. Do you guys know that kid that's in School of Rock? And he just like his sound check is just him shredding.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
remember
I
that
do
guy?
know. I do know.
Yeah.
We played an event with at the Riverside with I think
Yeah.
the kid that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it was you guys in Valley Narrow and
yeah, and
School of
yeah.
Rock, and that
Yeah,
kid, he wasn't even like his soundtrack was just him like shredding. I
yeah.
was like,
No,
yeah,
that kid's
okay.
nuts.
But it's just crazy, like some of the young talent coming through, and there's some great young bands. I mean, that was all high schoolers, was it not?
I believe so.
Yeah, all
Yeah, it
high
was all
schoolers,
high.
and yeah, super
Yeah, it keeps
cool.
my
I mean,
faith
there's
in this younger generation. Honestly.
yeah,
Oh
I
man,
mean,
this year's TJ's Gift Battle, like really, though, like man, the future's actually so bright for rock and roll in Winnipeg.
it's so good.
Like because when you got the dinosaurs like me and Ronnie now, like, and then now Zen's coming in here, and we're getting old, man. Yeah, you know what? Eric commented on one of my photos the other day. He messaged. He goes, "Holy, look at all the gray hair."
A couple of grays in your beard.
You know what I said to Ronnie the other night? Ronnie was talking about your guitar playing, and I said to him, my favorite thing about Joe is that his hair's getting bigger.
It is. It is.
Unreal. There's a band called Strange and Unusual. They've been talking with Studio 23, and but I had them on my podcast. I went and saw them at the Handsome Daughter once, but they're high school kids too. They're the band that's kicking off Summerfest this year because
Oh yeah.
I love the youth, and they are determined. Like they got an album, a full length album that came out a year and a half ago or so.
Oh
But
my
they're
god.
still all in high school, and I was just like, you guys gotta do the Summerfest thing. Oh, there's Jen, just chimed in here, but I was like, yeah, you guys gotta jump on this because I love the youth movement. Love that you guys have this band involved in it. I mean, what an opportunity for them to play with some great bands and some local legends for sure, right?
Yeah, we'll keep this going. We'll keep that going for sure. I think it's a good link. We were also trying to get School Rock involved, but they already had an event on the same day. But we'll keep reaching out to the youth because it's important. I mean, it's one thing to just play amongst ourselves and peers like we got right here on the call. But if you're tapping into the youth, that's what's going to deliver you to the promised land more than any of us, really.
And
so,
I gotta say that I've been working with. I've done stuff with TJ's Gift now since I was like 18, since 17, 18. And it's very fun to do that and to give back to a charity that has done so much for me and in my life as well. It's just nice to give back.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Here's a question for you, just because we're talking about the youth and talking about these guitar players and
those damn kids.
I'm gonna read something here. Guitarists are so much more open now than in the 80s, 90s. Where
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Players are willing to exchange ideas and lessons. Much better environment now. Hey,
there's also the internet.
Great comment. Here's the question for you guys. And Matt, feel free to jump in on this. It is kind of a guitar question, but you jump in on this. Young kids coming up, and there was so many years of rock band where there's a lot of kids playing rock band. It's like, oh, maybe there's something there, but it's not hitting 5 buttons, right? Like guitar playing is a lot more than hitting a couple of click, 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 click. And people are playing like Through the Fire and Flames, and they're like, oh no, I'm doing this on master. I'm a master. It's like, yeah, okay, I get it, but let's get a real guitar in your hand. Talk to me about kids coming through now, actually picking up a guitar. I mean, when I go to Long McQuaid, I'm starting to see more youth in there. Maybe I'm seeing youth, or maybe I'm just getting older. But anyway, seeing some youth in there. What advice do you have for these kids coming through wanting to play guitar?
Just keep playing. Just don't give up. Like once you start, don't give up because for me personally, it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done is learn how to play guitar.
Yeah.
I think the biggest piece of advice that I can give to somebody learning guitar, like in the earlier stages, like where you're really developing that passion and that drive, and something that I wish I knew the first time I tried learning. I tried learning first when I was 12 and I dropped it. And then I started again when I was 14 and here we are today. But I think the number one thing that I would say is be willing to fail, be willing to sound bad.
Yes.
And like, find the beauty in sounding bad. Something my guitar teacher told me that will stick with me forever is no guitar player ever got better by sounding good. And by like learning new things and letting it sound bad at first and pushing through it, bit by bit, piece by piece, you know, 1 BPM at a time. Like, be willing to sound bad, and eventually the things that you're sounding bad at are going to be better than what most people can sound good doing.
Love that.
Yeah, my advice would be to have fun too, because there's going to be a point where you'll start meeting people in the music business, and they're like, you're going to start meeting people who are going to want to like change you and change your sound, and they're going to give you advice, and it's really easy for things to start getting like stressful and not fun and not what you got into it for. Just always remember why you got into it, because you love it. If you're playing because you love it, you'll never fail. Like there's this whole stigma with musicians where it's like, oh, I never made it because I didn't do this, or I never made it because I like didn't tour the world and stuff like that. And it's such a crock of like crap. Like if you're on stage having fun doing what you love, even if it's to like 5 people, you've made it. Like you're successful. If you're doing what you love, you're no different than freaking like Slash on stage. Like there's no difference. The only difference is he's doing it at a different level. You're doing the same thing. Like, yeah,
that's great. Comment comes in here. I actually just recently saw this one, so this is kind of funny. The South Park episode where Randy's playing Carrie Wayward Son, and the kid says
the Guitar Hero episode. The Guitar Hero episode.
That's great. YouTube, good mentors, and being positive are key. Yeah, that's great. It's great to hear from you guys. Matt, you're holding guitar. I damn well know you know how to play guitar.
Yeah, a little bit at least. Not enough to put on collabo season, but you know, I do know just a little bit to record with. Like when we did the Drag Me Down thing for Unignited, the acoustic version of it, I basically put that whole thing together myself and then presented it to everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, hey, is this gonna work? Yeah, sure, let's go. And yeah, that worked. That's what happened there. So yeah, I do know a little bit of guitar, but this is my domain over here.
Absolutely.
Kind of still disassembled from the other night, but yeah. Drums are my forte, but it's all about guitar right here. So if you really want to see how guitar is done, May 16th. Let's keep talking about it.
No, really. If you want to see how guitar is done, just come watch Ronnie's set. Don't worry about the rest of us.
Well, everybody.
Love it. Matt, a little off topic, but I saw today was 1 year ago since I was at your place and we recorded the City of Color song.
Yeah, Sleep in Sickness.
Yeah, super cool, man. Glad you posted that. 'Cause, it's always cool to see those anniversaries. Sorry, May 16th. Doors at 7, music at 8. Guys, I'm so excited for this. $15. If you want to save a couple of bucks, you hit these people up. You still got some time.
Yeah, do it now.
The bands have them. Jen has them. Jen, the producer, has them. She said it right there. A bunch of legends right there. I'm so excited for this night. I know, Matt, you sold some tickets the other night too. Yeah, just great. $20 at the door. I mean, whatever. Get them at the door. Get them before. Just don't miss this show. This is a great. It's a great idea. It's a great show. It's it helps promote local music so good, and it's like Ronnie said. Slash, he's just doing it at a different level, right? And I mean, these guitarists all 3 of these guys are nuts to see. So if you want to go out, check out some really good guitar playing and just great bands overall. I mean, all 3 of you have been pumping out. 4 of you have been pumping out some great tunes over the last few years, and yeah, couldn't be prouder of our Winnipeg scene. Seeing you guys here right now talking.
Thank you.
I think we also got a shout out. There is another great guitar player in this chat too, but he just won't ever give himself credit. Joel.
Fuck. No, you know what?
He was considering you for guitar night too.
I was considering you for guitar night too.
Man, you're nuts. I do have to say, I had, and this goes a long way for me because I mentioned the tone thing. I've had 3 people in the last 3 days tell me they loved my sound at
Yeah.
Rec Room and the Friday before we played Tap House, Friday before.
Yeah, your
And,
tone at Rec Room was nuts. It was insanely good.
Well, I was talking to my
What's your
wife about
secret?
it. I was telling my wife, talking to my wife about it the other night. She's like, "You've been recycling things. Like I've been trying different things, and then I had that Princeton. I don't know if you guys noticed that new Princeton I had up there.
I did notice
But
that new Princeton.
I'll tell you the short story of it. I played with this Emily and the Moon band 3-4 weeks ago, and I blew the power supply in it. So I took it along with Quaid. They replaced it for me, the power supply, but it took a bit of time to get in. They replaced it, went and played last Friday with it, blew on the last song again. So I took it back to and showed out my buddy Jay at Long McQuaid and Mark for helping me out.
Mark London.
I took it in, and they said we're gonna get you a new one, but that amp is discontinued. I guess the Cannabis Rex is discontinued, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, we're gonna bring one in from another store. I'm like, well, what about that purple one? But I know it has a 10-inch Jensen in it. And Mark says, no, it's got a 12-inch greenback in this one. So I'm like, let's give her a shot. So I tried it, and the clean was very nice on it. But between that amp and that Rev G3 pedal I have,
Yeah.
man, it's just a beast. I also I think it was the second song I had 2 choruses and a delay and that G3 on. I mean, there was a lot.
It sounded huge. But you know what it is? You know what it is? It's that greenback, man. Like I've had greenbacks at all my speakers, and they're just nuts.
Yeah.
For metal guitar and for heavy guitar.
I really liked it. So anyway, that was a very you guys go up there and you phenomenal guitarist, right? Again, praise. You guys get a lot of praise. We hear it at shows.
Yeah.
Every time I see you guys, any one of you play, even Matt with your drums, I hear so much praise for. Oh my God, Matt, I've heard people call you the human metronome.
He is the human metronome.
Ding, ding, ding. It's perfect. But all three of you have so much praise for your guitar abilities, and I don't have that ability. So what I chased was what I could deal with, and that was tone and a lot more melodic playing. But to get these three great compliments about the tone thing, it was like I've been chasing it for a little while. I'm trying to get this perfect thing, and anyway, I think I'm doing okay now. Except
you
for
are doing good.
I practiced today, and I put a different pedal in there. I don't think it sounded as good. I had too much, but anyway. But it was my '60s band, so we got time.
Yeah.
And I got a funny story about tone. Back in 2017, the band I was playing in, we played Canada Day at the Osborne Street Festival, and I think it was 2017. And the sound guy comes up after our set, and he's like, "Ronnie, you're a great player." He's like, "But your tone sucks ass." He was like, "We're not going to name names who it was, but he was like, you gotta fix that ASAP." So I guess just thinking about the tone question, I guess I have been working on it since then. But I always remember that. That's a burning.
I remember that story of your tone sucks.
I love that.
Yeah.
All I know, you could just say it was a sound guy. We believe it could be anyone.
Yep. Classic. Oldest trick in the book right there.
That's so funny because Ronnie, I forget who it was. It may have been someone. May have been Matt Corey. Someone said to me, "We got to do another guitar talk night, where we do the gear and stuff like that. We got to do one of those again." And he's like, "Get Ronnie on there." And I'm like, "Well, I can get Ronnie on there, but I'm pretty sure he just used a Boss Katana and a wah pedal."
Well, on the subject though, I had heard that either you reached out to him or he reached out to you that Brandon was going to be coming on that, or no. I'm not totally sure. He said he might be.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I talked to Brandon. I've talked to him a couple times actually. So
awesome.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a good episode. But that's definitely going to happen. Definitely going to happen in coming months. We'll do another guitar talk night, and it's kind of like this, except for we'll have more guitars and we'll be talking more about gear and
one more thing about him. If you see collab season episodes coming up, and if you want to know the secrets of all the tone and all the stuff that he gets, because he always does his homework, it's very accurate. He'll do entire rig rundowns on his Instagram, like a whole wall of text saying, okay, here's what I use, this guitar, this pedal, this. So you want to talk about chasing tones and all that stuff, especially if you're considering doing some of the same songs. Make sure you follow him on IG there, and you can get all those secrets. Right now,
Super
See,
cool.
this will be the last Sopranos reference we have, but chasing tone doesn't sound like a Sopranos reference.
Chasing tone. Chasing it.
Is that Tony? Hey, Tone.
That's what I thought it was out.
They pull me back in.
Back in.
Another question about the about this whole night coming up here. You mentioned earlier, kind of playing less and going a bit bigger with things. So Taphos, West End Cultural Center. There's been a couple cool events there, and Matt, I know you had your birthday party at the West End Cultural Center as well. Was that a factor in going for guitar night there?
No, I think there was just, like I said, it was a means of, by the time I got to the end of the year, and actually let's rewind a little bit. When we were in the midst of playing all that Tap House stuff, me and Kel Crisanti from what used to be Distodius, now on the Fine Indigo, I met with him and Ruth over at his house a few times, and he, among other things, because we were planning some stuff out, one of the things he would tell me is, look, just slow down in the gigs and just space it out. That way you're going to have more demand. You're not burning your wick quite as much. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not trying to hear that shit. I want to keep playing. Like, there was a purpose that it served in terms of like, okay, now we build ourselves up. But then when we get to like October, somewhere near like the end of last year, I'm like, okay, we're playing here all the damn time. What do we got to show for it? There's no forward movement.
Well, when you realize that you've played 50 shows in a year, and it's exhausting.
Yeah, and that's about the time that I said, okay, guys, we've got all this booked up till January, February, or whatever. And then
we're taking a break.
After this, we'll take a little breather and we'll reprioritize some stuff, because there's a lot of things that we should have been doing a while ago that we're not doing right now. And so we actually have got a lot of our ducks in order over the last little while, and it's good to be back. But yeah,
I should go put on my Ducks jersey.
Oh yeah, okay. No. Listen, this guy ducks. But no, the thing is, I just looked at like, okay, how do we move up to the next level? We've exhausted this level, or not exhausted, but we're like, okay, we got to move up to the next thing. Okay, well, how do you do that? Space it out, make people miss you, build some more demand, bigger room. And the more that you space it out, you're not burning and spending quite as much. You can save up the capital to rent those kind of venues. Western Cultural Center, we got it. I wish we could do the park again, but I remember you saying on here a few weeks ago that the park is shut for the rest of the year. It is totally booked solid. We'll start looking into next year, and if anybody's got an open spot, we'll do that. Other than that, catch us at the WEC or any kind of venue similar.
That's awesome.
Where we're going to be. That's where we're going to be for now. Yeah. Except for next Friday. A Deadlight.
I mean,
that's separate.
Me and Zen got to play together at the Park Theater this year already, which was so much fun.
That's great.
I got to give Zen. I do got to give Zen his flowers on the vocal abilities, and I was kind of itching for him to play guitar with me a couple of times there, but it's going to happen eventually. But it was so much fun to play together.
It was an absolute blast, and for me, for that show, I'm so used to using in-ear monitors. When we got up there, and there was a lot of people there. It was a loud room, it was a loud stage. It took me a few songs to stop yelling, and by the last couple ones, my voice was all burnt out. It was I don't know. It was a little funny, but it was absolute blast to play it. It was a blast to have you playing guitar.
It was so much fun.
Almost I don't know. I love playing guitar on stage, but being just the whole lead singer guy was equally as fun, and just feeling like I don't know if we're.
And I think that thing that we did there, I don't think that's done. I think that's going to come back for something in the future.
I really hope so. I really enjoyed that, and I'm itching to get that group going again.
Yeah.
And I meant Saturday for the Deadlight show. But by the way, Jen just chimed in with something here, and Jen can sort of attest to this too. She said after the Brandon show at the 40, a break was a must. Do we want to get?
Oh yeah, we got stranded there.
Yeah, so we went out there when there were the two back-to-back Clippers in the middle of January.
Yep.
I insisted on doing it. We still went out there. Now these guys were smart enough to go home. Usually them, Ash, go home. Could have stayed behind. It could have been fine. You know, you got the turbocharged caravan. They're out there. Us, as in myself, Jen, Joe, Matt Curry, and his wife, stayed behind, and we paid the price for it by being stuck out there an extra 8 because we couldn't move.
We got into so many shenanigans. So many shenanigans.
That's amazing, guys.
I
I remember watching just kind of your clips through that when you were stuck out there. Yeah. Unreal, eh?
Oh yeah, so much fun.
Brandon wasn't ready.
Great.
Right on. Yeah. So anyone, you know, if you're tuning in late, just get in here. We're talking Guitar Night 3, happening at the West End Cultural Center, May 16th. Once again, get these bands. $15 a ticket, $20 at the door. Doors are at 7, music at 8. Ledwin, Ash and the Arsonist, Ronnie Ladderbrook, and sorry, I forget the other band.
Society.
There you go. And they won the Battle of the Bands. It just happened at the Park Theater not too long ago, hosted by Arsonist here. So just just a fantastic night, guys. Really looking forward to this one. Anyone got anything else they want to bring up?
No, I think that's all for us. It's great to talk to you. I've spent a lot of time with you this weekend, Joel.
Yeah, you know what? It's been fun. I kind of like those days, you know.
Yeah, and
hanging out with.
Yes.
You see Jen in the comments. She's like, Joe. Hey, we didn't get into too much specifics. Ask it if you know, you know. If you were there, you were there. Me, I was just going down the water slide, like I said. But just to wrap this out, so
there was shenanigans.
Everything Joel just said, yes, absolutely. $15 in advance, $20 at the door. You got all of us plus the Omniscient Society are going to be there. West End Cultural Center, May 16th. We got tickets available also at Power 97. We're going to be putting up posters, all types of stuff. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a
great night.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, this has been Joe Carson, Ronnie Ladderbrook, Zen Vincent, Matt Dara. Phenomenal musicians. 3 of them phenomenal guitar players. The other one's a pretty good guitar player, and
Joel.
but he's a phenomenal drummer. Get out to this show once again, May 16th, West End Cultural Center, Guitar Night 3. Ash and the Arsonist, Irish,
Irish,
and the Ashtrays.
Ledwin. Great musicians, but even better people. Go check them out.
We love you, Joel. Good. Thank you for having us.
One more time. www.indigenousmusicCountdown.com. Vote 6 cycle to the top of the charts. Do it.
Give us the number 1. We love you forever.
So close.
That's good night. Good night, Tallahassee.
Do both those things.
See you guys later. We'll chat soon.